Okay, we're doing a little drill here and I want to demonstrate something that happens with the pelvis. Now this is really important because we talk about this a lot, early extending and how the pelvis should move. There is this lateral shift in the golf swing. When does that occur? How does that occur? But I really want to think about the pelvis. Remember, the pelvis is an elliptical shape. It's not a circle. So if it's an elliptical shape, when it rotates, the right butt cheek here should actually, if I rotate, it should move backwards. So if there was a wall here along my tailbone, it would move behind the wall. In transition, I want to feel like I've been shot by a cannonball in the gut. I want this belt buckle to move this way first, this way. So it's actually moving laterally, but it's also moving back. So I feel like my belt buckle at the top of my backswing is moving at a 45-degree angle towards my trail heel. So you can see here as I get to the top of the backswing, when I do this, it shallows the club and it brings my elbow down in front of my hip. If my hip turns or twists too early, then it moves my right elbow out into a steepening position. So what the best players in the world do is as the club is reaching the top of their backswing, they turn into their trail side. And before they've even reached the top, they've moved. They usually move their lead leg back in position. And what it does is as they move back, there's about an inch movement, about this much, it's not a lot, of the pelvis. It stays closed as I shift into that lead leg. So I get to here, I shift. I get to here, I shift. I get to here, I shift. Once that happens, the club's shallowed. Now I can start pushing with the ground to steepen it. I think a lot of times people feel like they've got to push too much into their lead foot. They don't have to do that. All I'm trying to do is recenter, remove my mass into a position that now allows me to push. It's not this huge downward movement. If I get this huge downward movement, a lot of times it's very difficult now. I've steepened the club too much.